Welcome to the half-inch concealed linear installation video. For this installation, you will need a laser or chalk line, measuring tape, flathead screwdriver, saw, wire cutters, utility knife, and a drill with PH1 bits. You will also need the DMF products from our half-inch concealed linear family. These include the linear fixture segments, linear mounting track with provided screws and alignment tool, linear input with middle connectors, jumpers as needed, dead-end cover as needed, and the linear driver. For surface mounting, use a laser or chalk line to mark a straight line on the mounting surface for channel alignment. Note: the installation shown is a recessed millwork installation, but the channel can also be surface mounted. If recessing the fixture with flat track into a millwork, route a channel at least 0.525 inches wide to allow a tolerance for insertion and removal. Mark location of holes. Drill pilot holes for channel mounting screws. Each track installs slightly differently. Refer to the installation guide for details. When installing the 45-degree track, make sure it's oriented to aim the light in your desired direction. Position the track on the line and secure it using the provided screws. Screw heads must be flush with the track. Ensure at least one screw is used every 12 inches and that there is a screw within 3 inches of each end of the track. To install additional track sections, align one end of the new track with the end of the previous one. Insert the track alignment tool to span the joint, ensuring proper alignment. Secure the new section with screws and remove the tool. Continue until the entire track is installed. Cut the last track in the run to fit the application. Remove any burrs from the cut edge. At the start of the run, wire and snap input connector onto the track. Input wires can exit straight, bend sideways, or bend down to hide under the fixture. If routing wires straight down under the fixture, drill a hole through the channel and mounting substrate as shown. Snap the first fixture onto the input connector, pressing in the 3 locations shown, ensuring it fully snaps into the connectors and mounting channel. Ensure that a middle connector is pre-installed on the fixture prior to snapping it in. If you need to move a connector, you can slide it or remove it completely by inserting a small flathead screwdriver under each end and twisting gently. Repeat this step for each subsequent fixture until you get to the last fixture of the run. For runs requiring smaller than a 12-inch increment, 2-inch and 1-inch fixture segments can be used. Note: a 2-inch segment can be placed anywhere in a run. A maximum of 5 2-inch segments can be used per 20-foot run. A 1-inch segment can only be used as the last fixture in a run and cannot pass power to subsequent fixtures. For the last unit, if not using a 1-inch segment, remove the middle connector from the light fixture and install the dead-end cover in place of the middle connector. Then, install this fixture on the track, finishing the run. If installation requires a jumper, install fixtures on both sides of the jumper, removing middle connectors if needed. If the installation requires multiple consecutive runs, runs should be fed from the middle. On each power feed, bend the integral end caps down and use a knife or other cutting tool to remove them. Ensure the cut surface is clean. Route the input wires to the desired side of each input connector and install both on the channel butted up against each other. Follow fixture installation method and maximum run length guidelines to finish the installation. Turn off the main power before wiring the driver. Note: the driver must be installed in a well-ventilated area. Connect 0 to 10 volt wires if using 0 to 10 volt dimming. If using phase dimming, ensure that 0 to 10 volt wires are capped off. Verify that the driver output wires match the input connector wire polarity. Reversed polarity will damage the fixture. If installing multiple drivers, keep a minimum space of 5 inches between them to allow for proper airflow. Connect the building wiring to the driver input and run low-voltage wiring from the fixture to the driver, making connections at each end. As always, the DMF Linear is plug-and-play, backed by our in-house engineering, customer support, and DMF's 5-year warranty. The Half-Inch Concealed Linear by DMF.